Hey, welcome back. Thank you for coming again. What a week, huh? It's Friday. Friday is for the calls, the Hotline Show. So we're going to be taking some calls, the voice messages that I got all week. Some great stuff. We're going to play it soon. But first, let's look at the weather. Have you been out there? It's warmed up quite a bit. Most of the snow is melted. I don't feel as freezing in here as I usually do. Things are looking up, but let's not get too excited. We know what's going to happen. It's going to get cold again. It's going to be dark, really dark. I've been asking all week to call the hotline, and I'm sort of blown away by the messages that I got. We're going to play some, and then I'm going to respond. I'm going to answer your questions or just, whatever. You get it. You've seen this before. Let's play the first one.
Hi Noah. Tyler here, first time caller, long time listener. I guess you're still a bit of an enigma. Maybe that's by choice. But you're definitely adjacent to a lot of early podcasters, and was wondering, other than sort of Adam, who seems like your closest podcasting friend and confidant, who are the people that you've sort of learned the most from, or are your maybe best friends that you've picked up through this weird internet thing that you've been doing for so long? But yeah, anywho, no specific feedback other than keep it up. Thanks and goodbye.
Thank you. I mean, that means a lot. Thanks for sticking around through a lot of the things that I've done over the years. Adam, of course, huge inspiration and influence to me. Beyond that, when it comes to recording and things like that, I don't know. I watch and listen to a lot of things. I was a huge Mark Maron fan, so I would listen to him all the time. In fact, Adam was friends with his producer. I even got to go over to his old garage where he would record. I got to meet and photograph Mark, so that was great, which is actually something I don't recommend doing, never meeting people you like. Beyond that, internet stuff, I mean, if we go way back to the mid-aughts when I met the College Humor people, Zach Klein, Jacob Lodwick, those people who were highly influential internet builders, and they became good friends. And both of those guys have, by and large, checked out of the internet. So, I mean, I think that's about it. I don't know. I'm just like mostly these days inspired by all of the random media that I consume, which is maybe too much to handle. You might be wondering, do I drink Boost Mobile? I do indeed. Advertising does work. And after the last show, I had to go pick up some Boost Balanced nutritional drink. This is not a sponsor, but it should be. This is my first sip. Let's see. Well, yeah, I mean, I got the chocolate flavor. This says helps gain or maintain weight. So I'm not totally sure I want this, but I mean, it's not awful. I did find it in the diabetes aisle. So I don't know if that says anything. But if you need that, you should do it. I mean, I would drink it. I chilled it. I didn't shake it though. Should have shaken it. But I got the flavor. Let's take another call.
I think the videos should be shorter and more playing around with form, like the snow Snow White one is really cool. You don't always have to be talking for 15 minutes. I want to see a little bit more experimentalism. That's all. Goodbye.
Okay. I don't know if I asked for feedback. Maybe I did. So I'm not going to go off on how I think providing unsolicited feedback is a bad thing and it makes you a bad person. I'm going to let this one slide just because I don't remember if I asked for this. But okay, I hear you. I think actually initially that was probably going to be more the focus of the channel. Lots of landscape stuff, maybe some voiceover imagery, but sort of 11th hour, I just decided I was going to do this. And I actually enjoy this. I have plenty of that other stuff. And I think we'll get into it. We'll mix it in as time goes on. So you will see Snow White type of things where it's just a minute of a video, and that will be it for the day. But then there's going to be some of this stuff, whatever this is. And it's going to be a mix. So I don't expect everyone to watch everything, but that's what it is. Thanks for that question and call. Thanks for calling. Let's take another one.
Hey, Noah, it's Josh Delman. I'm a big fan, long-time fan, first-time caller, I guess. And I have more of a comment than a question. No, I'm just kidding. I'm curious. So you've moved. You used to shoot a lot of portraits, and you've sort of moved more to landscapes. I guess you've always had kind of a mix, but I've noticed it's gone more in the landscape direction. I was wondering, is that sort of just an outgrowth of your like where you live now, or is that like a conscious decision? I'm curious about that. And I'm also kind of curious about who, if any, are your influences when it comes to landscapes, when it comes to shooting in nature. And then I just wanted to say, I just love the photos, for whatever reason, the photos of the fireworks, sort of like in the center of the frame, shot from a distance. Some reason those really, stand out to me, and I think of them frequently. There's just something about the like medium format look where the foreground is also out of focus, and it sort of like makes the thing more 3D in the middle. It's got like kind of an old school look. Anyway, I love those, and thank you for doing everything you do. I really like the channel, and I hope you keep it up and are enjoying it. Thanks. Have a great day.
Josh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Great question about the people stuff. Yeah, I did used to make a lot of portraits of people. And yeah, I think a lot of it did have to do with being in the city and being around and getting actually assigned portraits by magazines and things like that. I don't really get that kind of work anymore, so I just don't have that kind of access as much. And part of it is because when I did move up here, I did start shooting more landscapes, and a lot of the times the things that you make the most of are the things you end up doing. When I lived in the city, I would make pictures of people and friends just for fun, just practice, and that would lead me to get more photos of them, of people. I guess there was also a bit of, I had photographed this really sort of famous person a couple of years back, and it was for the cover of a magazine, which it ended up becoming the cover. And then I heard from someone, a friend of a friend, that they didn't really like the photo, and it made me feel really bad. And I started just not wanting to be responsible for promoting other people's stuff by making the image that represents whoever it might be. So in some ways, I backed away from wanting to shoot people because of that, while also simultaneously just being way more interested in not shooting people, and concentrating on my own work and my landscape stuff and other random projects. I do still really enjoy mixing people in the landscape, and a lot of my biggest landscape or just photography influences are photographers who do people and places, and they mix both together. It's not just strictly landscape. It's a little bit of both. I mean, it's like DeCorsia and Larry Sultan. I hate like naming favorites because I'm going to forget some and I feel bad. But I mean, of course, there's Todd Hito, there's Michael Kenna, there's Andreas Gursky. A lot of the stuff that I really liked, here I go naming a lot of people after I said I didn't want to, is the people who construct photographs and compositions. Those were my earliest influences and big ones. So, I like the people who don't just shoot reality. They make it, but not in a post-production kind of way. They just sort of construct a landscape. So, yeah, I mean, that's that. Thanks about the fireworks stuff. Actually, let me grab a photo. I'm not totally sure this is the work that you were referring to, these pictures, but I think so, maybe. I was calling those fountain tests, and it's funny. I mean, when I started coming upstate from the city a lot, I got really obsessed with fireworks, and because you can buy them legally in Pennsylvania, which is right across the border. And I was doing it all the time and just making these pictures that I did enjoy doing, as well as videos. Maybe we'll play some. But the more I started being up here full time, the more sensitive to sound I was getting. And now fireworks I'm like allergic to them. I can't do it. The sound is too much. And also, and this goes to the sort of, you get a comment and it just affects the way you think about work you've been making. A million people can say they love it, and then one person says something, and then you're like, I'm done. And it was actually Time Magazine used one of my videos of one of these firework fountains in the woods for 4th of July post, and they put it on their Instagram. And then it got all these comments about how you should never do it because it disrupts the animals. And while I don't know if that's entirely accurate, I mean, it might disturb some animals. It made me feel really bad. And after that, I just never wanted to do it. So it's a cool project. I have a bunch of photos I really love from that era, but that project is done. Let's take another call.
Hey, Noah, this is Jeff. I have been checking out your recent kind of vlog style videos, and I'm a big fan of your vibe, kind of your whole philosophy towards art and creativity and life. I, like a lot of people, first encountered you by just seeing the images of your face aging over time, and that, I thought those videos were cool for what they were, and never really thought I would be watching you just kind of like hanging out in your space and just trying stuff and talking about whatever. And I really think you have kind of a unique perspective on the world and creativity and the art life in this kind of very relaxed, very calm, very peaceful spirit about you. And I just wanted to say I appreciate that, and you inspire me. So yeah, thank you for the videos. Hope you're having a great day.
Thank you so much. That means so much to me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. I hope you continue to enjoy what I make, and I don't one day let you down.
Hey there, Noah. This is Chris Coe. I've been watching the videos as they've been coming online this year, and it's great to see you posting more regularly. It's a lot of fun so far, and something I'm looking forward to is seeing that sort of cast of characters that you talked about introducing. I remember way back when, maybe it was on Instagram, you posted a video showing how to find wildflowers with a guy in this sort of ridiculous getup talking about ticks, something like that. I remember that being a lot of fun wherever that was posted, and maybe we'll get to meet him again. All right, keep up the great work. Bye-bye.
Hey, Chris, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying what I'm doing. Yeah, I have. You're talking about Chuck, my friend Chuck, who I love. I haven't seen him in a bit. It's funny, we were getting together almost weekly for better part of a year, number of years ago. He actually moved closer to where I live now. But after that, we started seeing each other less. But this is the video I think you're talking about. Let's play it.
All right. Now, bumblebees, there are people that are going to tell you that bumblebees don't sting. That is incorrect. They are equipped and able. These are pretty. These will last. That's a dragonfly. These could last a week if we keep them cool in the AC. These little purples will start to fall off them, but they're not messy, they're not sticky, they don't ooze anything. And it's nice to have stuff. Look at the height of that. That's 3 foot tall. We like that.
So fun. I mean, voice of an angel. It's interesting too. I was using like a $30 Amazon wireless mic for that, and it sounds so good. But his voice is so good. Yeah, I'd love to get back together with him. I'm going to play some of the old classics with him coming up eventually. It's in the list of things. But yeah, I'd love to try to make some more stuff with him. I tried to get a show made. I was showing people that and no one was interested, and then got involved with other stuff and we stopped making things. But we'll just do it here on this huge, soon to be gigantic YouTube channel. Let's play another call.
Hi, Noah. My name's John. I've been a fan of yours since you shared your first everyday video from the series back in 2006. I've been really enjoying the videos that you've been recently sharing on YouTube. And the one question I immediately thought of, well, I guess not immediately, but my question for you is, in browsing through your everyday.photos website, it's so wonderful, and I love the ability to sort by different categories. And the one that I just happened to click on sorting by today was missing photos. I remember in one of your recent YouTube videos, you mentioned a number of days that you'd missed, and I think that's wonderful that you include those within the project on the site. And then I found a string of 16 days, I think, in total, August 11th, 2003 through August 26th, 2003. And I hope it's not a sensitive topic or too personal to ask, but I'm curious what happened during those 16 days and what caused the large gap in the everyday project. If you feel like sharing that info, that'd be interesting to know about. Keep up the fine work. I'm a fan. Thanks, Noah.
Thanks for the call. Yeah, I think I mentioned it in the second video I did here, but that was a hard drive crash, that string of missing photos. I remember exactly where it was, 2003. It was in my Manhattan apartment. I'd gone away. I think I was in LA for a couple of days, and I had, through Craigslist, I rented my apartment to some strangers who were visiting from Europe. And I think I allowed them to use my computer. I don't remember, maybe not. But when I came back, I turned on my computer and it just crashed. And I lost a lot more than that string of photos. I was able to recover some. It was so expensive. But I ended up meeting another guy who he was able to recover some, not all of those photos. But he set me up with a RAID system. He's been my computer guy ever since. And I can call him anytime I need, and he helps me set things up. I've since then, now over 20 years, knock on wood, I've not had another hard drive crash of any drive, but certainly not my archive. And now that project is backed up in so many multiple places something like that couldn't happen again. So that's the story for that. Thank you for calling.
Okay, it's Aaron, and I have a question. Your studio seems to have a good amount of things, but it also is very tidy. It's not sparse. So my question to you is, would you rather have a lot of redundant things, a lot of similar things, or one perfect thing? Be it like a camera, but you can only have that one camera, or several kinds of not as good, mismatched, kind of anything.
Thanks, Aaron. Yeah, good question. What the studio? Yeah, I don't know. It's actually pretty messy. I do tidy it up for the background here, but one day we might show off the studio. I'm a little hesitant to do that just for safety reasons, but we'll see. I know a lot of people are interested in that. Regarding the camera stuff, where like one good thing, that's fun. This is almost an impossible question. I mean, it's obviously purely hypothetical. Nothing is perfect ever. It's impossible. Any camera, there's always something wrong with it. Or one thing I wish it could do that it doesn't do. And you're a filmmaker. So I don't know. I think it is interesting having things that have problems or things you have to work around or constraints. I think that actually helps when you're trying to make work. For something to be perfect, I don't even know what perfect is. I don't even know if it's possible. So I think we're good the way it is. It's unfortunate that a lot of things that we do need and use just always seem to miss the mark in some ways. But yeah, I mean, that's that. Thanks for the call.
Hey, Noah, I was just wondering, are there any all-consuming products that you're still using today? Appreciate the YouTube channel. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. I love old all-consuming fans. If you don't know, I used to have a podcast with my friend Adam Lisagor. He's the guy who directed that Warby Parker commercial that we saw in the last episode. I miss that show. It was so fun to make. If you don't know, we used to order random products that we'd get served ads on Instagram or whatever, just random bullshitty direct-to-consumer stuff. Most of it was garbage. I think, I don't know if I remember exactly, which made it funny. You know, there's like stuff you would really never want to buy unless you had a podcast about buying stupid things. But there were a few things that we got that I still use. I mean, definitely Cometeer coffee. I still use it. I'm a subscriber. I think it's the best coffee you can buy. I don't know why people make coffee at home. I think it's just such a waste of time. It's such a mess. But these pucks, they're perfect, and you just add water, and it's just the most delicious coffee. I'm addicted. I know that company's been in trouble. I've read some articles, so I'm actually a little scared that they might go out of business because I'm addicted to it. After that, I would just go out for coffee, for real coffee. But at home, man, that is just in the morning, kind of changed my life. There's also that Judy Escape stuff, that, Doomer kit, End of the World kit. I actually use the bag, the waterproof bag. I started using it when I go in my kayak because it's a great big waterproof bag. There's probably some other stuff too, but that's it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to that show. I'm thinking about having Adam come on this channel so we can do stuff. Maybe we can talk about commercials like how I did on the last episode. I think that would be a lot of fun. Okay, let's do one more call.
Hello, Nova. This is Peter from Germany. I just want to say I really enjoy your channel, and everyone here is loving it in the house. And we just have one request, and that is interview with Marcel. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Germany, this channel worldwide already. I love it. We'll get Marcel. Unfortunately, he's an old man now. he basically lives in the house because it's too cold outside for him now, and we're trying to protect him. He barely walks now. His feet, I think he has arthritis. So it's hard to get him to sit for an interview, but let me roll some footage here I brought him in the studio earlier today. Let's see if he has anything to say. Nope, he had nothing to say, but we'll try again. Hopefully it lasts a little longer. That's it. There were so many more calls, but I know this is probably way too long. Thank you if you made it this far. I really appreciate you watching, listening. Do the thing. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. I don't know what else. Don't tweet about it. Do it on Threads. Use Thread about it. Threet is what I call them. Put it in your newsletter. I've seen some people do that already. It's obviously amazing. Get the word out. Thank you again. Call the hotline for next time. Every Fridays we're doing this. So numbers below. I'll see you next week. I'm going away for a couple days working on a project. So I probably won't be back Monday, maybe Tuesday, definitely Wednesday. Sometime I'll be back, but not as soon as you might hope. Until then, thank you. I'll see you soon.